I'm Sam, and this is SamazingTravels.
Germany week 45 is final seminar week. I can't believe that we had the final seminar for our program. Our year has dwindled down to its bits. On Tuesday we had a very short meeting where we all got to greet each other and just be like, hey, what's up? Then we all went to dinner at this restaurant nearby our hostel. We stayed at a pretty cool hostel. It was called Pfefferbett, which means pepper bed. Wednesday we all kind of shared our feelings about how our year has gone, things that challenged us, things that were super duper fun, and just basically all this kind of stuff. I was selected to be a table moderator, meaning different groups of people will come to my table, and whenever it was getting too rowdy, I would give them this little man, and the person who got the little man was the person that was allowed to speak. I had the power. It wasn't really that much power. No one really was speaking out of turn. We're all adults here. But I did think it would be funny to take Ashley's little man from her table, which I did, and she didn't even notice that she was missing one until the break. And then when she saw she didn't have one, she was like, hey, why don't I have one of these? And she snagged one from a different table. So basically I caused Ashley to steal someone else's because I stealed hers. And I kind of felt bad, not for Ashley, but for that last person. Love you, Ash. After some very entertaining skits and beatbox raps, to sum up how our year was here in Germany, we, 32 of us, went for a beer bike. Now, get this, Germany has made us so efficient. At first, it was 16 of us that had signed up for a beer bike. And in less than an hour, we had a whole other bike filled up, making it 32 people to do this beer bike thing. The beer bike. It's basically a bar on wheels, and the wheels are pedaled by those who sit in it, meaning these guys right here. Actually, I was the bartender slash videographer, photographer person, so I got to stand in the middle the whole time. Didn't have to pedal at all. It's not easy being the center of attention at the beer bike. We got pictures taken with us. We had Jen drop her phone and her beer in the middle of the street and had to quickly grab it before the light turned to green. We also had Carly lose her hat, and some really nice biker guy went up, swooped it, and gave it to us on his way out. We took pictures by the Brandenburger Tor. It's really not easy to pour beer when people are biking and there's like a keg on your bicycle because the foam is just incredible. The first 4 or 5 glasses we poured were foam. Between 30 of us, we killed 50 liters of beer in about 2 hours, maybe a little less. Germany has taught us well. We've gained some endurance. Not only were we drinking beer, but we were burning the calories because we were on the beer bike. Pretty freaking epic. After the beer bike, we all went to Belushi's as per my suggestion because they have cheap food and cheap drinks, and I must say everything after Belushi's and the beer bike was kind of a blur. A beer blur. Thursday, the Gate Set organized us an awesome boat trip on the Spree River here in Berlin. 3 hours of pure sunshine on the top of this boat. I was like, you know, I'm from Miami. I'm just going to chill out there, try to get some sun, you know, because I'm looking kind of pale. We get done with that 3-hour boat ride, and I am burnt to a crisp. I mean, I look like Santa Claus's suit. So much for growing up in Miami and thinking my skin is used to the sun. A year in Germany reverses 22 years of your previous life. Just letting you know, it's a warning for all of you guys. Nonetheless, we wanted to keep enjoying the day, so Juan, Alyssa, Ashley, Raya, and I went to a beer garden right along the river, drank a few beers, had a great conversation, then headed to our scheduled event, a performance. It was called Dummy, and it was right by Hackeschermarkt. The opening of the show made me a little sketched out about it. There was like this guy with his hair like this, singing like a deep rock song and like blah blah. I was sketched out. Turns out the show was amazing. There were these 2 guys that did this incredible acrobatic things on these poles. Not a strip show, just pure talent and muscle lifting themselves, doing flips. I wish I could have taken pictures, but no cameras were allowed. All in here. After the show, one of the really strong, awesome performer guys was chilling by the bar, and we all like freaked out. We're like, oh my god, he's there, oh my god, oh my god. We wanted to take a picture with him, but we were way too scared to approach him, and then Jazzy just comes up, brings him up to us and was like, here you go, girls. You get it, Jazzy. You got it, girl. Ballsy. Friday was a very, very long day. Got up at 5 a.m. in order to be out the door of the hostel by 6 a.m. in order to go to the Bundestag. Here we were introduced to one of the parliamentary hearings, and I was trying really hard not to fall asleep. Mainly because the German Bundestag was doing a segment on me and my, well, video blogs to put on their website. I know, I'm super excited. The German government found my blogs, loved them, and then wanted to do an interview with me so that they could showcase it on their website. I didn't think these videos would blow up so much. I was really excited, very honored. Cameras were following me around the German government building all day. My interview had to be in German, which was life struggles, #1. My German is good, but you know, when you're put on the spot and there's like this big old camera in your face, you're kind of like, oh my god, I'm gonna be on the German government's website. Regardless, the video turned out great, and you can all catch it on the Bundestag.de. Side note, during these parliamentary hearings, the people that are listening to the person on the podium, you know, like other politicians, are allowed to yell back to the person at the podium. Like if he's not even talking, they're just all talking amongst themselves. Thought it was a little weird. After the German Bundestag, all PPPlers, including the high school kids, which are 250 of them, therefore over 300 PPPlers headed to the American Embassy, and we were presented with a party. The American Embassy threw this awesome little shakedown in their courtyard for us. The best part, American donuts and Dr. Pepper. Yes! You can tell you were back on American soil because no one was recycling. There we got to dance. There was many people trying to convince us to join the Foreign Service. The American ambassador to Germany gave us a little speech, and he was such a great, charismatic guy. I'm glad I got to meet him earlier during my interview for the Bundestag video. It was just such a nice experience to be sitting there in the embassy and having us PPPlers perform things for each other, just share our experiences. It's really making me realize how special this year has been for me in my life and how much of an impact it has made and what a good thing it's going to be to take with me. After the American Embassy, we all kind of chilled for a bit, and a few hours later we're all downstairs at the hostel, ready to all go out together, but we didn't know exactly where we were going to go. Thankfully, Alyssa Koch, what's up teammate, chose a place called Badeschiff for us all to go to, and all that was left to do was convince 60 to 70 people that they should go there. We did it. The best part of us going to Badeschiff was the party train to get there. I used my so-called camp counselor skills. I've never been a camp counselor, but everyone in the program has been telling me that it's my true calling. I used this voice in order to lead the group on the train. 3 different switches, okay? All 60 of us made it to Badeschiff at once. You should have seen the faces on regular public transport users when they tried to enter our wagon and were like, why is everyone speaking English? Why is everyone drinking and drunk? Ah! In the meantime, we were like, woo, final seminar, give me a beer. We rolled 60 deep into the club and the music was weird. It was like some electronic, not anyone's seen kind of music. But we were all there together, all having a good time. After a long night, woke up early for the closing of the seminar where we all did our evaluation of the PPP CBYX programs. And the next time all of us will be together will be at the Frankfurt airport on our way back to America. After that, walked around Treptower Park with Alex for a little while before I went to pick up Lolo at the airport. Yes, Laura Montalto is here in Berlin. Bryn invited the remaining PPPlers to a grill out at the Tempelhof. It was such a gorgeous afternoon. We were drinking beer, grilling on our tiny store-bought grills, which did not work. Luckily, Cliff was ballsy enough to ask people if we could borrow their grill, and they were like, do you want to keep it? We really don't want to hold it. What? Yeah, you can have it. Super nice. Boom, we had burgers. After filling our tummies with burgers, vegetarian Würstchen, and the communal salad bowl, we all headed out to the hostel because I was dead tired. Woke up, had breakfast beers at Belushi's with Lolo, Raya, and Amanda. Alex joined just later to sit by the spree and just have a few beers, a good conversation. Then we did the touristy things for Laura and Amanda. We had dinner at the Dicke Wirten, the always inaugural German food place. Check all the shenanigans out here in the Week in Review.
The seminar officially started. Here's them thinking, well, that it's a picture. Look at all of us young ambassadors in that room. We looked so professional. And then we screamed because the Rat of South Thriller picture came on. Of course. Ah! So everyone wants a piece of the camera.
That would not be right. You don't say. See, she's already like shy and stuff. See, now it's too late now.
It's too late.
Jesse's here posting his little papers. This is describing our experiences. Look at this pretty little flag. Welcome us. And now we are talking about our feelings. Eric killed our little Sandman. These were the skits we presented each other in order to sum up our year. We had some pretty funny things going.
I was really, in the German culture, I told my boss direct, like a German would, direct. I said, chug a pint in 2 minutes. Me too!
Another group decided to do raps, and they were pretty darn good.
I don't feel all right. I was at the club all night, but it was tight. More to something so sure that you're here. It's been a long journey and we've had a lot of beer. We've made new friends and shared our people goodbyes, but I'm not quite sure I'll miss these gray skies. Been a great night, what could make it surer? Hit up the Imbus and grab some Durner. It's 3 a.m. and my hunger is savage. Eat that chocolate salsa and that red and white cabbage.
This is the party train for the beer bike. Check out how strong, 32 strong. When we get to the beer bike thing, look at these suckers. They're so good. That's them posing for a picture. I was taking a video. Look at these beer bike. Crazy apparatus. You see here Jose trying to pour a beer, but all we get is foam. It's okay, we're having fun anyway. That's a little bit of everyone on the way. That's the guy that saved Carly's hat. Did you see that hero? He was pretty cool. We're driving through the streets of Berlin.
Rockin' in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gonna make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time.
Woo! We continue party rocking through the streets of Berlin. As you see us here getting drunker by the second, we make it to the Brandenburg Gate, and that's the group that's ahead of us. Really, they're just our friends, so we were like one massive group. We ran out of beer in the keg, so the mini keg was busted out. This is us at the top of the boat ride where I got that super sunburn I was talking about. Here's a great overview of all the CBYX participants of the 29th PPP. We had quite a good tour guide. I can't say that I was paying full attention because, well, you know, I was a little bit tired and just enjoying the sun and the beautiful sights of Berlin, just like everyone else on the side banks of the river. Dexter and Mike doing a little romantic dance. And now we are at the beer garden, and now we are at that performance by Hacker Mark, like what I told you. And this is the theater where we saw it. We are now going on the inside, but that's really all I got on video because no cameras were allowed. So I was here trying to take some video of the PvPers because we were getting press, and I'm backing up to take a good picture, and I bump into the tripod and knock it over. Que pena. Anyway, this is the boring meeting we went to. Brendan gave a nice little speech, and then Jesse played his accordion, of course. We're just hanging out after lunch, and yeah, look at this nice little sign of us and the outside thing of the Bundestag. Oh, Juan.
I want to take a picture. I want to take a good picture, though. There's no water.
It's a video.
It's a video.
Look at this beautiful day outside the American Embassy. How pretty.
Hand sanitizer and water fountains. Oh, America.
It's like America again.
America.
This is the courtyard where the party for us was thrown. I mean, it got bumping later with a bunch of music and stuff, but look how green the grass was. It was just nice to be in America.
You guys, we're on American soil right now. How do you feel?
I feel freaking awesome. America. Woo!
How do you feel you're on American soil?
Awesome.
Me and Ashley tried to follow up on Avita and Juan, but they just got the best of us. It's okay, Ash. Don't worry. This whole spin around thing was Juan's plan. Don't care, it was awesomely fun. Dance, 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 dance.
Hi guys, I'm Will Thur. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I'm doing experiments. And I'm going to bring us out with the national anthem. Give me a second. Gotta pick a key because I'm singing alone. No, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
This is us trying to stay awake after a long night out, listening to Silke and Stephanie. We did a pretty good job, I think. Hello.
Guess who's on SamazingTravels? How do you like Berlin?
Love it.
How long you
10 minutes I've been here.
Forgot my camera, but you can still see the beautifulness of this cookout. There were so many people out there grilling, having fun, listening to music. Those were our two little grills before we inherited the big one. Everyone's just having such a great time. Look at that. I loved it.
Alright, it's breakfast.
Hi.
And, yep.
Cheers. First German beer.
Close.
Don't don't forget eye contact.
Can't. I did it! With a water bottle. When there's no can opener in sight.
It's just the German way, right?
Prost.
Doing our whole tourist thing by the East Side Gallery, and then that's us at the Dicke Wirten. Look how German it is. I made my first braid, yay!